I have a long overdue haul to share with you guys today. I've purchased a ton of stuff from the holiday collections, both palettes and single items that are in collections and stuff like that. So I probably won't be able to get through all of it today, so I may end up trying to film another haul video tomorrow, if not maybe a review or demo like on some of the palettes that I've got. But anyway, let's just jump right into some of the stuff that I've purchased. This first item you may have seen me use in the Get Ready With Me video that I recently did. It's the Guerlain Meteorites, probably gonna butcher this, Perles de Legende. This is their holiday Meteorites that they came out with, and the packaging on this guy is really, really pretty. And this comes with 0.8 ounces of product, and their current permanent line Meteorites comes with 0.88 ounces of product, and the old ones were like 1 ounce, like 1.05 ounce. So they've kind of cut down, but with this guy, when I first opened it up, the pearls were like towards the top, and I was like, they actually filled the tin this time, because when you see like the promo pictures and stuff, it always looks like there's a ton of little BBs in the tin, and then you get it and it's like, you know, like probably not even cold, well, half full, I guess I would say. But, and so this one, I really thought this was full, because it looks full, right? But what they actually did was move the bottom of the tin higher so that it just looks like it's full, which is very sneaky. But anyway, back to the pearls. These do, like when I mix them together, I get more of a yellow tone out of these, and these do have some sparkle to them. Not like huge chunks of glitter or anything, but they do have sparkle to them. And I think that the yellow BBs in here are a little bit softer than some of the big ones, because when I buff it all over my face, I do get a little bit more yellow to it. So if you have kind of a yellow toned complexion, you might really like these, but you have to like a little bit of shine to your skin. It's not like putting highlighter all over your face, but it does give a sheen to the skin. And I use these as a finishing powder, so when I'm done with all of my face makeup, like the base, the blush, the highlight, all of that type of stuff, I take a big fluffy brush and just really buff these all over the skin. And Guerlain's Meteorites have been one of my favorite powders to finish off the face for quite some time. Next up, I went ahead and I purchased the Givenchy Couture waterproof eyeliner in the shade, this is the brown one, in 02 Chestnut. I have got let me see, jade, turquoise, and cobalt. I've got those three of this type of pencil on my waterline today, and these have currently been my favorite liners for the waterline, and I've worn this in a couple videos. If you've seen like a darker waterline on me, this is what I have. This is like it's kind of a warm brown, and it's got a little bit of, I was swatching stuff earlier. I should have wiped that off. It's almost got a little tiny bit of a redness to it. Which I thought it was going to make my eyes look bloodshot, but it doesn't. It actually kind of pulls the green out of my eyes instead. So really enjoying these Givenchy Couture waterproof kohl eyeliners. I may actually purchase the black one after this. I also purchased Tom Ford's new eye color duo in 04 AW16, which would be what, Autumn Winter 2016 collection, and it's one of the duos in here, and these are the two shades that it comes with. He did some similar duos like this a while back, and while they were nice, I got some pretty looks at them. I feel like the quality of this particular one is nicer. It's kind of got that gelée texture to it. But if you own Nude Dip from Tom Ford, you won't need this guy, because there are two shades in there that are very similar, if not dupable type of shades. So here's Nude Dip, and it would be this shade and that shade. So let me go ahead and swatch these two next to it so you can see. They're right here. So you can see they're very, very similar, if not the exact same. So yeah, if you have Nude Dip, which I do, you don't need the Autumn Winter 2016 collection. But when I did use it, I used just those two shades on my eyes, and I was able to get a really nice look out of it, like the light shade on the inner corner and underneath the brow, and then the brown through the crease. It turned out nice, but again, if you have Nude Dip, you don't need that guy. And then Makeup Forever must have been listening, because they went ahead and they came out with two gelée highlighters that are very similar, if not dupes, to the contour and highlight duos that they recently did. The reason why I say possibly is because I don't have my contour duo that had this type of a shade in it, so I can't compare it for you guys, but I feel like this one may be just the ever so slightly more pink than the one that was in the duo, but very similar nonetheless. So it's the Pro Light Fusion Undetectable Luminizer, and this is the shade in 01. They also have one in the gold shade. So it's a gelée texture. I've used this quite a bit thus far. And that's what she looks like. And that highlight's almost an exact dupe for the Dior Skin Nude Air Glowing Gardens Illuminating Powder in 001 Glowing Pink, which this has been one of my favorite highlighters right here. And this is going to be quite a bit more expensive, I believe, than the Makeup Forever one. But they are, like, the texture of them, the finish of them, they're, like, pretty much the same. I feel like the Makeup Forever one is ever so slightly, like just a little bit more pink than the Dior one, but very, very similar products nonetheless. I was lucky enough to get 3 pieces from the MAC and Selena collection, which what I heard was this has been MAC's #1 selling collection in like all of history. And I know that these were really hard products to get a hold of, so I kind of feel lucky. But I got the compact, so this is in Technicumbia, and it is a powder blush. It says on the back it's 10 grams, 0.35 ounces, and I did kind of get it for the compact. I feel like this is really going to be like a collector's type of piece, but I did swatch this, and this particular half, it's kind of like a bronzer, but when you swatch it, it almost looks contourish. I haven't used it yet, so that's why I'm saying it might, with a light hand, I think this is going to be a good bronzer on me because it does pull like more red. And then the blush is a dusty light pink shade, so we'll swatch it there so you can see like the redness in it. So I'm really excited to toy around with this guy. But heavily, when I swatched this shade heavily, it did look like a real type of contour type shade, but yes. I feel like this next item was a must-have from this collection because it's called Selena, and it's one of the eyeshadows. It's a Velux Pearl, and it's a really pretty purple shade right here. And I'm probably going to be a nerd with this collection and put all of these items back in the boxes and keep the boxes, which I don't do that too often. So it's a purple that leans quite pink. So that is Selena. And then lastly from that collection, I got one of the lipsticks, and this is a glaze, and it's called Amor Prohibido, and it is a pretty, what would you call it? It's like a terracotta rose almost. So I didn't even swatch this yet. Should I do it? Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. So that is Amor Prohibido, and actually I think this might look really pretty with that Estee Lauder and Victoria Beckham lip liner. It's called Victoria. I think that's gonna look really pretty with this shade. But here is the packaging. I'm hoping, from what I've heard, this collection is going to be brought back into stock, I think on MAC.com. I also purchased Becca's new Blush with Light Blush Trio palette, and I purchased this guy off of Sephora. There are 3 blushes in here: Wisteria, Songbird, and Snapdragon. And the shade Wisteria is an exclusive shade to this particular palette. And I don't have Songbird, so the shade that I duplicated would be the shade Snapdragon. So there are 2, let's see here. This shade over here is the Wisteria shade, then you got Songbird, and then here's Snapdragon. This guy here is a matte. This one is satin shimmer, and then this one is the most shimmery out of the 3. And then here is your packaging. It's very pretty, and it does say that this is made in the USA, and there's a total of 0.46 ounces in here. Whoa. And this is what I have on my cheeks today, and like for some reason I couldn't decide what shade to use, so I dipped my brush into all 3 of them. So this one's the matte one, this one has got a sheen to it, and then this one's the most shimmery right here. So there is the blushes from the Blush with Light palette from Becca. I also purchased my first item from Jouer. It's the Essential Matte and Shimmer eyeshadow palette. This is what the box that it comes in looks like. And then here is the eyeshadow palette. It's kind of got like a leopard print on the outside. And in here there is a total of 0.59 ounces of product, and this was made in the USA. Each shadow is almost 0.05 ounces in here, which is it's a pretty good amount of product. Now, these are what the shades look like. At first glance, you think of the Vsart neutral eyeshadow palette, which there are some very similar colors in this guy and that guy. The difference with this one is there's some shimmer shades in here, which I think really creates a nice versatility to this particular palette, because you can kind of, you've got both in there. You've got the shimmers and the mattes. And I was really surprised when I got this. I kind of didn't know what to expect. It's got nice hard packaging, the little leopards on there. Really, really nice eyeshadows. The shimmers go on nice. The mattes go on nice. They're pigmented. They blend really well. This is a nice eyeshadow palette. Let me just go ahead and swatch a few of these shades here for you guys. I was really happy with this guy, because they're pigmented and they blend really well. I didn't like hardly get any fallout out of them. Let's do the black. See how black this is. This is a really good one. If you can get your hands on this guy, I don't know if it's sold out or not, but it's a really nice eyeshadow palette. Next, I've got one of the Dior Quints from the holiday collection. This is 066 Smoky Sequins, and I did purchase the other one. It's just not here yet. Like, for some reason, this palette was available at a lot of retailers before like the purple toned one, so I thought I'd go ahead and swatch this. Let me dish the applicators. So there is what the shades look like. It's like an embossed sequin pattern on there. This particular formula is like that gelée type of formula, but there's something a little bit different about it, where I feel like it's a cross between a traditional powder eyeshadow and a gelée, but it's really, really smooth and like it's like silky. Everything in here, I will say though, it does have a little bit of shimmer or shine to it, so if you're not all about that shimmer. See, aren't those just, oh, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Let me do, which one did I do? This white one? I can just see like with a really neutral smoky, like kind of with the black and the grays, I always like to, for some reason, these type of shades on the lid paired with a really bright blue, like that cobalt blue across the waterline, I really like that look. But that is the Smoky Sequins Quint from Dior Holiday 2016. I'm going to try to film like the rest of this haul tomorrow. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I hope so. We got a lot of colts in the barn that we need to teach a few things too. So I might be doing that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.